You are not weak. You are not waiting. You are creating. Manifestation is not about forcing reality. It's about remembering your role as the co-creator of it. Beloved, every word you speak is a seed. Every thought you repeat becomes a root. And every emotion you sustain becomes the fruit that shows up in your reality. You are not powerless in this universe. You are the very vibration that moves creation forward. The same energy that shapes galaxies lives inside you. It listens to your emotion. It answers your tone. Say softly, "Every word I speak shapes my world. Every thought I nurture writes my destiny. Every feeling I choose becomes my tomorrow." You were never meant to beg the universe for blessings. You were meant to command them. Gently, faithfully, and in love. The law of divine command is the first truth of manifestation. It says what you declare with conviction must come to pass. In the unseen realm, words are not soundness. Each word vibrates like a current of light. When you say, "I am," the universe listens closely. It waits for what comes next, because every "I am" statement is not a description. It's a direction. Say softly, "I am abundant. I am favored. I am divinely guided." Each of those declarations is a spiritual command. They are not wishes. They are instructions to creation. They are laws taking shape through your tongue. But when you speak carelessly, you command confusion. When you speak fear, you call for lack. When you say, "I am tired, I am unlucky, I am lost," the universe says, "As you wish." Beloved, the power of the tongue is sacred. It is the scepter of the soul. You cannot hold a crown of abundance while cursing your own name. You cannot manifest light while speaking darkness. You must choose your words as if they are royal decrees, because they are. Say softly, "My words are holy. My speech is sacred. I use my voice as divine command." The law does not respond to begging, it responds to believing. It does not obey doubt, it obeys direction. Your vibration is the tone that heaven tunes to. When you speak from fear, your tone trembles. When you speak from faith, your tone commands. You don't have to shout for the universe to listen. You only have to speak with certainty. Say softly, "I speak calmly. I speak clearly. I speak with divine authority." Remember, you are not asking for power. You are the power. You are the expression of God in human form. And your words are miniature acts of creation. You are not praying to a distant deity. You are awakening the infinite within you. Every time you say, "I am," you activate the creative law inside your soul. "I am" is the language of God, and when you speak it consciously, you align your human vibration with divine intelligence. Say softly, "I am one with divine mind. I am a conscious creator. I am a manifesting powerhouse." Feel how those words shift your energy. They open your chest, steady your breath, lift your vibration. This is how you begin manifestation. Not through fear, but through remembrance of who you are. The world has taught you to be careful of what you say, but heaven teaches you to be intentional with what you say. Carefulness is fear. Intentionality is faith. When you speak with divine intention, your words stop being requests. They become reality in motion. Say softly, "Every word I speak moves the universe into alignment. Every sentence I affirm sends light ahead of me. My voice creates pathways for miracles." When you say, "I am healthy," you awaken health within the cells of your body. When you say, "I am wealthy," you awaken opportunity in your surroundings. When you say, "I am peace," you calm storms before they reach you. That is the sacred geometry of words. Each vibration finds its match in form. Beloved, manifestation begins with awareness. You must become aware of what you speak. Notice the tone of your self-talk. Notice the language you use about money, love, and time. Every complaint is a small command to repeat the problem. Every blessing spoken is a small miracle already on its way. Say softly, I cancel every careless word. I bless every new declaration. Only good leaves my lips. If you could see your words as colors, you'd speak only in gold and light. If you could see them as seeds, you'd plant only what you want to harvest. So speak today as the gardener of your destiny. Say softly, I plant words of wealth. I plant words of joy. I plant words of divine success. Then trust the law of growth. Every divine command you speak is heard, recorded, and multiplied. No vibration is ever lost. No decree of faith ever disappears. Your words echo in the unseen until they find the perfect form. And when the time is right, they appear as answered prayers, not because you begged, but because you believed. Say softly, I speak once in faith, and the universe responds forever. Beloved, you are the ruler of your reality. You have been given the authority to shape energy with speech. That is why silence feels powerful. Because even when you do not speak aloud, your inner words are still commanding. Guard your thoughts like treasures. Let only love, faith, and expectancy occupy them. Say softly, my thoughts are peaceful. My words are powerful. My manifestations are perfect. From this moment on, speak not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. You are the voice of divine creation clothed in human form. The universe recognizes you. It awaits your next command. So declare with confidence, I am powerful beyond measure. I am guided by infinite wisdom. I am a manifesting powerhouse. Repeat until your spirit believes it. Repeat until your cells remember it. Repeat until the vibration leaves your lips and becomes your life. You are not learning to manifest, you are remembering that you already do. Every heartbeat is a command. Every breath is creation in motion. Every word you speak is the universe taking shape around you. Say softly, one final decree. I command with love, I create with peace. I manifest with certainty, under grace and in perfect timing. And so it is. Beloved, there is a vibration more powerful than any action, more magnetic than any plan, and more creative than any strategy. It is the vibration of certainty. Faith is not a hope. Faith is not a wish. Faith is the knowing before the showing. It is the quiet confidence that says, it is done, even while the world still says, I can't see it. Say softly, I believe before I see. I know before it shows. I trust before it arrives. The wealthy, the peaceful, the powerful, they all have one thing in common. They live in the energy of certainty. They don't wonder if their vision will manifest. They simply prepare for when. Certainty is the key that unlocks divine law. Doubt delays it. Fear freezes it. But faith moves it, instant silently, perfectly. Say softly, faith is my frequency. Certainty is my power. Confidence is my magnet. You do not manifest by begging for what you want. You manifest by believing it already belongs to you. The energy of certainty turns thought into matter, vibration into form, and imagination into reality. Beloved, imagine your desire as a signal sent out into the universe. If your energy says, maybe, the universe cannot read it clearly. But when your energy says, it is done, everything rushes to arrange itself around that truth. That is the secret of magnetic manifestation. It is not about controlling the how. It is about feeling the doneness. It is done. It is done. It is already done. Repeat it until your heart calms. Repeat it until your mind stops questioning. Repeat it until peace becomes your proof. Because peace is the sound of faith. When you no longer panic about time. When you no longer chase what's yours. When you no longer doubt the process. That's when manifestation moves swiftly. Faith does not strain. Faith surrenders. Faith does not argue. Faith accepts. Faith does not say, I will believe when I see. Faith whispers, I will see because I believe. Say softly, I walk by faith, not by sight. I trust divine order. I believe in perfect timing. Beloved, faith is not something you try. It's something you embody. It is not a thought, it's a vibration. And vibration never lies. You can speak affirmations all day, but if you speak them from fear, they are just words. But when you speak them from certainty, they become law. Say softly, I no longer hope for miracles. I live inside them. I no longer ask for blessings. I expect them. A faith is invisible power at work. It is the currency of the spiritual realm. When you pay in faith, the universe delivers in form. Just like you trust a seed to grow in soil, trust your words to grow in spirit. You don't dig up the seed to check if it's sprouting. You water it. You believe in its nature. You let time and faith do their perfect work. Say softly, I plant my desire in faith. I water it with gratitude. I harvest it in joy. A faith does not require proof. Faith becomes the proof. It sees the invisible, hears the silent yes of the universe, and knows the outcome even before the evidence. Beloved, faith is not loud. It is not desperate. It is calm, still, and unwavering. It whispers, all is well, even when everything seems uncertain. It smiles in the storm, because it knows the storm is clearing the path. Say softly, I am calm in the waiting. I am peaceful in the process. I am confident in the promise. The universe does not respond to panic. It responds to peace. When you are frantic, you broadcast lack. When you are certain, you broadcast abundance. Your vibration tells the story of your faith. That is why the rich, the fulfilled, the happy, they speak with a sense of inevitability. They say, of course it's coming. They don't ask when. They simply make room for what they already know will arrive. Say softly, I make room for my blessings. I live like my good is guaranteed. I prepare because I know it's coming. Beloved, the difference between wishing and knowing is the bridge where miracles happen. The energy of, I hope, says, maybe someday. But the energy of I know says, it's already on its way. And heaven always delivers to those who expect delivery. Faith doesn't mean you never feel doubt. It means you choose not to feed it. When fear knocks, faith answers the door and says, there's no room for uncertainty here. Say softly, I am rooted in faith. I am grounded in peace. I am certain in divine order. You can't fake faith. You can only grow it by trusting a little more each day. Every answered prayer increases your confidence. Every divine delay teaches you patience. Every miracle reminds you that faith works. Beloved, every manifestation begins twice. Once in the mind and once in reality. Faith is what connects the two. It's the invisible bridge between thought and thing. Say softly, my faith builds bridges from the unseen to the seen. My faith moves mountains in silence. My faith magnetizes every blessing meant for me. The moment you stop checking if it's working and start assuming it's done, you step into divine flow. You shift from waiting to welcoming. You stop pushing and start allowing. Faith turns time into servant and circumstance into soil. It bends reality in your favor because it aligns you with truth. Say softly, everything is working for me. Everything is moving toward me. Everything is happening through me. Beloved, don't chase evidence. Create it. Don't beg for signs. Be the sign. When you walk in faith, your energy becomes proof that God lives within you. And when heaven sees that vibration, it rushes to fulfill its promise. Say softly, faith is my power. Faith is my proof. Faith is my magnet. Now, take a breath. Feel peace spread through you like light. That peace is faith. It is the energy of certainty flowing through your body. Hold it. Own it. Live in it. Because when you live in faith long enough, you stop manifesting from effort. You stop manifesting from being. You don't try to attract anymore, you simply allow. You don't question timing anymore. You trust divine order. You don't look for miracles anymore. You recognize that you are one. Say softly, one final decree. I am certain of my good. I am confident in divine law. I am magnetic through faith. I am a manifesting powerhouse, under grace and in perfect timing. And so it is. Beloved, everything you touch with your hands was once an invisible picture in someone's mind. Every home, every painting, every invention, every fortune, all began as an inner vision. The invisible always comes first. The physical is only the echo. Before you can see it in your world, you must see it in your spirit. The mind is the workshop of creation, and imagination is the paintbrush of the soul. Say softly, what I see within, I shall soon see without. My imagination is divine creation in motion. The wealthy, the joyful, the powerful, they don't wait to believe after the result. They begin by seeing themselves already living it. They close their eyes and walk inside the scene until it feels real. Because they know this truth, the universe cannot resist a fully felt image. Every mental picture you hold in faith becomes an energetic order to creation. You are not daydreaming. You are blueprinting reality. Imagination is not escape, it is instruction. When you see it clearly within, the universe receives your design and starts building it around you. Say softly, I see it. I feel it. I live it. Therefore, it becomes. Your outer world is always a reflection of your inner pictures. If you imagine fear, you meet fear. If you imagine peace, you meet peace. If you imagine abundance, doors open that were once invisible. Beloved, the universe is visual. It does not speak your language of words. It speaks your language of images and emotion. When you create an image and fuel it with feeling, you send a living blueprint into the unseen. That image becomes a seed planted in divine soil. Say softly, my imagination is holy ground. Every picture I hold in joy must appear in form. You do not need to know how it will happen. Your only task is to hold the vision steady. Without doubt, without force, without fear. The law takes care of the details. Your vision is the plan. Your feeling is the permission. Most people stop imagining because they think their dreams are too big. But the universe does not see size. It only sees vibration. It doesn't matter if you imagine a flower or a fortune, to divine law, both are possible in the same way. Say softly, no dream is too big. No blessing is too far. My vision and my faith make all things possible. Imagination is sacred power, not fantasy. When you visualize with faith, you are not escaping reality. You are commanding it to shift. You are not pretending. You are preparing. Every time you hold the vision, you are tuning your energy in the frequency of your desire. Say softly, I am aligned with the energy of my vision. I think it. I feel it. I live it now. Beloved, everything you see around you began as a thought form. Even this moment, you attracted it by resonance. The people you meet, the blessings you receive, the ideas you get, they are all drawn by the pictures you hold most often. So guard your inner screen. Do not let fear be the film that plays in your mind. Do not let worry be the movie you watch on repeat. Direct your imagination like an artist. Intentionally, lovingly, faithfully. Say softly, I am the director of my inner movie. Only beauty, abundance, and peace play on my screen. You see, when you visualize, you become one with that vision. If you can see it long enough, you start to feel it. If you can feel it deep enough, you start to embody it. And once you embody it, reality must follow. Beloved, this is how manifestation truly works. Thought, image, feeling, form. That is the sacred order of creation. Everything you imagine with love must appear under grace. Say softly, every divine image I hold is fulfilled in perfect time. My imagination is God's creative power within me. Do not underestimate the quiet power of your mind. You can sit in silence, close your eyes, and build worlds in spirit. And heaven will respond as if it already exists. The moment you see it clearly, it begins forming. The moment you feel it deeply, it begins moving. The moment you believe can completely, it begins arriving. Say softly, my vision is clear. My feeling is strong. My belief is complete. Every great soul in history practiced this law. They lived more inside their inner picture than in the outer facts. When everything around them said, impossible, their vision whispered, already done. That is the essence of faith. To see the unseen until it cannot help but reveal itself. Beloved, if you can picture yourself free, abundance must follow. If you can picture yourself loved, love must appear. If you can picture yourself whole, healing must manifest. Your imagination is divine currency. Spend it wisely. Say softly, I imagine only good. I picture only peace. I project only love. The universe is not judging your worthiness. It is responding to your pictures. If you keep imagining struggle, it assumes you want more of it. But when you imagine ease, joy, and expansion, it rushes to bring you matching experiences. So begin your mornings with vision. Before you touch your phone or speak to the world, speak to the divine in you through imagination. See yourself surrounded by golden light. See opportunities finding you. See people smiling when they meet you. See money flowing freely and peacefully. See yourself walking with calm, divine confidence. Say softly, what I see I become. What I visualize I attract. What I visualize I manifest. Beloved, the unseen realm is more real than the physical. It holds the blueprint of every blessing waiting to appear. When you align your inner picture with faith, you unlock the door to infinite abundance. Your task is not to force the image into existence. Your task is to keep the image alive until the world adjusts itself to match. That is why persistence in vision is holy. It's not stubbornness, it's spiritual stability. Say softly, I hold my vision with grace. I keep my faith with ease. I manifest with peace. And when the outer world begins to change, do not act surprised. Act grateful. For you will know that nothing happened by chance. It was all pictured first within. Say softly, one final decree. I see it before I see it. I believe it before it becomes. I imagine with divine certainty. And all I imagine appears under grace and in perfect timing. And so it is. Beloved, thought is the blueprint, but feeling is the power that brings it to life. Your emotion is the electricity that lights up the design. Without feeling, words are empty shells. Without imagination is only a sketch. But when you add the vibration of feeling, your picture becomes alive, radiant, magnetic, unstoppable. Say softly, I feel my desires as real. I breathe life into my dreams. I magnetize what I feel. The secret that rich souls, healed souls, and peaceful souls all understand is simple. They don't wait to feel abundant until the money arrives. They don't wait to feel loved until someone loves them. They don't wait to feel worthy until they succeed. They choose the feeling first, and the world rearranges itself around that vibration. Beloved, this is the divine law of emotional alignment. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you feel. Your feelings are frequencies, and every frequency has matching experiences waiting to tune into it. When you feel rich, opportunities hear you. When you feel loved, kindness finds you. When you feel confident, doors open quietly. You become the magnet for the emotion you broadcast. Say softly, I feel safe to receive. I feel peaceful in prosperity. I feel joyful as miracles find me. You see? The universe is not responding to your words. It is responding to your vibration. If you say, I am abundant, while secretly feeling lack, the vibration of lack becomes your true command. But when you feel the truth of your words, When gratitude warms your chest, when joy rises like sunlight in your heart, then your entire being becomes a prayer that must be answered. Say softly, "My emotions are my prayer. My peace is my proof. My joy is my magnet." Beloved, your feeling is your signature. It's your personal energy code that tells the universe who you are right now. If you dwell in anxiety, you keep calling for things to worry about. If you dwell in gratitude, you keep calling for things to thank for. Feeling is frequency, and frequency is destiny. That's why you must guard your emotional atmosphere as carefully as you guard your words. You cannot speak faith and feel fear. You cannot declare abundance and feel anxiety. You must align your emotion with your declaration. Because feeling is what makes the invisible tangible. Say softly, "I align my words with my emotions. I align my emotions with divine truth. I feel what I speak, and what I feel becomes real." Beloved, to feel it real is not pretending. It is perceiving from your higher self. When you feel something is already done, you merge with the vertier self who already has it. You are no longer wishing. You are being. You have stepped into the identity of your answered prayer. Say softly, "I am already living the life I desire. I am already holding the good I imagined. I am already one with my manifestation." So close your eyes for a moment. Picture the reality you desire. See yourself in it. But now, feel it. Feel the joy of it being done. Feel the gratitude for its arrival. Feel the peace of knowing it was never far, only waiting for your alignment. That warmth in your chest, that calm smile, that deep breath. That is creation happening. You are no longer just a thinker, you are a transmitter. And what you transmit, you receive. Beloved, emotion is energy in motion. It is meant to flow, not to be suppressed. When you hold on to sadness, you hold on to the past. When you release it, you create room for joy. Emotions are not enemies. They are indicators. They tell you what you are currently calling toward you. Say softly, "I honor my feelings. I release what blocks my peace. I choose emotions that align with my good." The more love you feel, the more life loves you back. The more joy you feel, the more blessings multiply. The more gratitude you feel, the more doors open. This is not magic. It is divine mathematics. What you feel consistently becomes what you live continuously. Say softly, "I choose love over fear. I choose faith over doubt. I choose joy over struggle." The greatest mistake most people make is waiting for external things to change how they feel. But feeling does not follow manifestation. It creates manifestation. You cannot wait to be happy. You must feel happiness now. You cannot wait to be abundant. You must feel abundant now. When you feel it first, reality follows like a shadow of your inner state. Say softly, "I feel wealthy now. I feel loved now. I feel worthy now." Beloved, your emotions are prayers wrapped in vibration. They speak to the universe without words. Every smile is a command. Every sigh of gratitude is a signal. Every breath of peace is a call to more peace. So when you rise in the morning, do not just think of what you want. Feel it. Feel the sunlight as if it's blessing your abundance. Feel the warmth in your chest as if your desires are already yours. Walk through your day with the energy of already done. Say softly, "It is done. It is done. It is already done." The emotional field around you is like the air around a flame. It carries the light of your vibration wherever you go. People feel it. Opportunities sense it. The universe recognizes it. When you are emotionally aligned, you become a living magnet for your desires. And when you are misaligned, life feels heavy. Not because you are unlucky, but because your inner tone is out of tune. Realignment begins the moment you choose a better feeling. Say softly, "I tune my heart to gratitude. I tune my mind to peace. I tune my soul to divine abundance." Every time you return to love, you raise your frequency. Every time you return to gratitude, you invite grace. Every time you return to joy, you become unstoppable. This is the law. Emotion creates magnetism, and magnetism creates manifestation. Beloved, when your thoughts, words, and feelings all say the same thing, the universe must obey. That is perfect alignment. And in that state, miracles are not rare, they are routine. Say softly, one final decree. I feel what I desire until it feels natural. I align with peace until it becomes power. I live in gratitude until miracles become normal. I am emotionally aligned with divine good, and everything I feel in faith must appear under grace and in perfect timing. And so it is. Beloved, the universe has perfect rhythm. It moves in divine order. Every sunrise appears at the right second. Every seed blossoms at the right season. Every river finds the ocean without rushing, because flow is the law of life. Nothing divine is ever forced. Everything divine is allowed. You do not make flowers bloom by pulling their petals. You do not make fruit ripen by shouting at the tree. You simply nurture, trust, and wait, knowing that time itself works for you. Say softly, I do not force. I allow, I trust divine timing. The impatient mind says, it's not happening fast enough. But the wise soul whispers, it's already happening, just not yet visible. Divine timing is not delay. It's precision. It is the sacred choreography of the universe, aligning people, places, and miracles so that everything meets at the perfect intersection of destiny. Beloved, when you try to rush divine order, you create resistance. When you try to force manifestation, you invite exhaustion. But when you rest in faith, you open the door to miracles that cannot be hurried, but also cannot be stopped. Say softly, I release control. I trust the unfolding. Everything is working for me. The universe never forgets your prayer. It never loses your order. It simply prepares the delivery in perfect coordination with your readiness. Because every blessing must match your vibration. And sometimes, divine delay is divine protection. Beloved, when something hasn't arrived yet, it's not because you are forgotten. It's because the universe is adjusting frequencies, yours and the world's, so that the moment of arrival becomes effortless, not chaotic. Say softly, the delay is my protection. The waiting is my preparation. The timing is my blessing. Think of time as a divine river. You cannot push the current. You can only flow with it. If you move too fast, you fight the stream. If you stop completely, you sink. But when you float in trust, the current carries you softly where you are meant to go. Say softly, I float in faith. I rest in divine flow. I arrive in perfect timing. The richest souls, the most peaceful souls, they all live by one truth: patience is not waiting. It is trusting while you move. It is calm confidence in divine process. It is resting inside action. You are not being tested, you are being timed. Divine law never forgets, but it always prepares. And when all is ready, within and without, the blessing rushes in like light through an open door. Say softly, I am not waiting for the blessing. The blessing is waiting for my readiness. And I am ready now. Beloved, surrender is not giving up. It is growing up spiritually. It is choosing peace over panic, faith over flow over force. When you force, you operate from lack, trying to make things happen. When you flow, you operate from faith, knowing they already are. Say softly, I stop forcing outcomes. I start flowing with grace. I live in divine rhythm. When you let go of the how, and when, you invite the wow. Because divine timing never disappoints. It delivers more than you imagined, in ways that feel effortless, peaceful, and right. Beloved, the universe is never late. It does not operate on your clock, and operates on alignment. And alignment happens when your energy matches your vision. When your emotion matches your affirmation, and when your faith matches your desire, say softly, I am aligned. I am at peace. I am in divine timing. Think of the caterpillar that becomes a butterfly. No one can rush that process. The cocoon looks like darkness, but it is transformation. The stillness looks like silence, but it is sacred activity. And one morning, without struggle, the wings open. That is divine timing. Effortless emergence after inner alignment. Say softly, even when it looks still, God is moving. Even when I can't see progress, life is preparing me. Even in silence, divine work is being done. When you live in flow, you stop fighting the process. You stop complaining about timing. You stop doubting divine intelligence. You begin to trust that what is yours can never be lost, and what is not yours will never stay. Beloved, divine timing is not about waiting for the right time. It's about becoming the right vibration. Once you match the frequency of your blessing, time collapses and manifestation becomes immediate. Say softly, I am ready now. I vibrate with divine good. My blessings find me with ease. Every pause has purpose. Every detour hides direction. Every slow moment is secretly sacred. Nothing is wasted when you trust the law. When you flow, you stop chasing. You stop grasping. You start allowing. Because in divine flow, nothing is missing. Everything is moving. Say softly, I move with divine flow. I trust divine order. I rest in divine timing. Beloved, patience is not weakness. It is power in silence. It is the quiet knowing that says, my good is on its way, and I refuse to disturb its perfection. So instead of asking, when will it come? Ask, how can I stay aligned until it arrives? Instead of saying, why is it taking so long? Say, something greater is being arranged. Say softly, I no longer chase time. Time works for me. Divine timing serves my purpose. When it happens, and it will, you will look back and say, now I understand. You will see that the wait was wisdom. The delay was design, and the flow was faith in motion. Beloved, divine timing never disappoints. It may test your patience, but it will always reward your trust. Say softly, one final decree. I no longer rush divine order. I flow with peace, not pressure. I trust the unfolding of every miracle in my life. Everything arrives under grace, in perfect order, and in perfect timing. And so it is. Beloved, money is energy. Love is energy. Blessings are energy. And energy was never meant to sit still. It was meant to circulate. The law of circulation says, whatever you give with love multiplies. Whatever you hoard in fear diminishes. You are not meant to hold energy. You are meant to let it flow through you. Say softly, I give freely. I receive abundantly. I keep divine energy in motion. The river that keeps moving stays clear. The river that stops flowing becomes stagnant. So it is with life. So it is with money. So it is with love, opportunity, and joy. When you hold back in fear, when you clutch your money, hide your talents, or refuse to bless others, you block the current that feeds your own abundance. But when you open your hand and your heart, you join the rhythm of divine supply. Say softly, I am part of the divine circulation of good. I let blessings flow through me. I trust that what I give returns multiplied. Beloved, giving is not losing. It is multiplying through spiritual mathematics. When you give in love, you are not less. You are expanded. Because everything you release in joy comes back to you in divine form. The universe cannot send new supply into a closed vessel. You must make room for more by releasing with faith. If you want more love, give love. If you want more peace, give forgiveness. If you want more wealth, give with gratitude. Say softly, release with joy. I give with grace. I receive with gratitude. The wealthy know this law. They understand that circulation keeps the current alive. That is why they invest, support, share, and give. not because they have to, but because they know giving keeps the flow open. Fear says, if I give, I'll lose. Faith says, if I give, I grow. And the universe echoes whichever one you believe. Say softly, my giving multiplies my abundance. My blessings return in unexpected ways. I trust the rhythm of divine exchange. Beloved, money is not the source. It is the servant. You are the vessel through which divine supply flows. When you hoard, you share, you expand. Look at nature. Nothing holds back. The ocean gives waves without counting them. The sun shines without charging a fee. The flowers bloom without expecting applause. Everything gives freely because it knows the law. To withhold is to block. To share is to expand. Say softly, I am as generous as the sun. I am as flowing as the river. I am as abundant as the earth. Beloved, this is why gratitude and generosity walk together. The grateful heart says, I already have enough. And the generous heart says, I can share because I trust the source. Together, they create an unbreakable circle of wealth. If you give with resentment, it breaks the current. If you give with love, it multiplies the current. Bless every bill you pay, every act of service you give, every kind word you share. Each one is a deposit into your spiritual bank account. Say softly, I bless every dollar I spend. I bless every person I pay. I bless every gift I share. It returns multiplied. When you bless your spending, it becomes investment. When you bless your giving, it becomes harvest. When you bless others, you bless yourself. Because you and the other are never separate. You are part of one divine circulation of life. Beloved, never say, I can't afford. That closes the flow. Instead say, divine supply meets every need in perfect time. That keeps the current open. The universe responds to openness, not fear. Say softly, divine supply flows to me freely. All that I give returns multiplied. I live in the current of infinite wealth. If you ever feel stuck financially, ask not, where is my money? But where is my energy blocked? Are you holding resentment towards someone? Are you afraid to give? Are you clinging to what must be released? Beloved, energy cannot enter a closed circuit. Forgive, release, and flow, and circulation will return. Because the law cannot fail, it only waits for your alignment. Say softly, I forgive freely. I release fear completely. I open my channels of receiving. Giving does not always mean money. Sometimes it means your time, your smile, your encouragement, your prayer. And the universe measures not the amount, but the intention. A penny given in faith carries more spiritual weight than a fortune given in fear. So give what you can with joy, and watch how quickly the circle expands. Say softly, I give with a joyful heart. I receive with an open spirit. I live in divine exchange. Beloved, remember this, the law of circulation always includes you. When you give, you receive. When you bless, you are blessed. When you expand another's joy, your own joy increases. You cannot outgive the universe. Because you and the universe are one. Say softly, the more I give, the more flows back. The more I bless, the more blessings I attract. The more I circulate, the more I expand. Think of life as a great circle of light. Every act of kindness you send out moves around that circle and returns home, multiplied and magnified. That is why no good deed is ever lost. Every generous act is an echo that finds its way back to you in divine time. Say softly, what I give returns multiplied. What I bless blesses me. What I share expands forever. Beloved, you are not a container of blessings. You are a conduit. You are not a collector of wealth. You are a channel of supply. When you live in flow, you live in infinite abundance. You no longer ask, will I have enough? You declare, I have enough. Therefore, I have enough. Say softly, I am a vessel of divine supply. I am a channel for blessings to flow. I am circulation in motion. Yen as you give, remember to receive, for that too is part of the law. Some people block the flow by refusing to accept help, compliments, or kindness. Receiving is not greed, it is gratitude. It completes the circle. Say softly, I receive with grace. I accept my blessings fully. I allow divine abundance to reach me. Beloved, every inhale and exhale proves this law. You inhale, you receive, you give, and the rhythm of both keeps you alive. Try holding your breath, and you will feel how essential circulation is to existence. So let your soul breathe, through giving, through gratitude, through grace. Say softly, one final decree. I give without fear. I receive without guilt. I live in the endless circulation of divine supply. All that I give returns multiplied, under grace and in perfect timing. And so it is. Beloved, every miracle begins with identity, not with wanting, not with waiting. You cannot manifest wealth while believing you are poor. You cannot manifest love while believing you are unworthy. You cannot manifest success while seeing yourself as small. Because manifestation is not about what you wish for. It's about what you are willing to embody. Say softly, I already am what I desire to be. I already live the reality I once imagined. The secret of creation lies in identity. What you identify with, you magnetize. The moment you become the person who already has it, your outer world has no choice but to rearrange itself to match. You see, beloved, the universe mirrors what you believe yourself to be. If you believe you are waiting, life keeps you waiting. If you believe you are chosen, life keeps choosing you. If you believe you are abundant, opportunities appear where there were once walls. Say softly, life reflects who I am. I am abundance. I am success. I am divine manifestation in motion. Beloved, this is where most souls stop. They visualize, they affirm, they pray, but they never embody. They still walk, talk, and think like the version that lacks, not the version that lives in the answer. And until identity shifts, manifestation remains potential instead of proof. Identity is not something you chase. It's something you choose. Every morning, you are free to choose which self you will be. Will you be the doubter or the believer? The struggler or the receiver? The seeker or the creator? Say softly, today I choose to be the one who already has it. I walk like it's done. I speak like it's done. I live like it's done. Beloved, this is not pretending. This is prophesying. You are not lying to yourself. You are lining yourself. You are not faking it. You are faithing it. When you act, speak, and think from the state of already having, you tune your vibration to divine completion. And everything unfinished must align to finish itself. Say softly, I live in the vibration of completion. I no longer wait, I receive. I no longer wish, I am. Think of the actor who steps onto the stage. For those few moments, they become the character. Their mind, tone, and body move in perfect alignment with that role. And the audience believes it, because the actor believed it first. So it is with manifestation. You must become the character of your desired life, not in pretense, but in presence. Beloved, the universe responds to energy, not effort. When your energy says, I already am, you emit a frequency that only matching experiences can enter. You stop chasing, you start attracting. You stop waiting, you start witnessing. Say softly, I am no longer becoming. I am being. I am one with my manifested self. Who is that version of you? The one who already has peace, success, wealth, and love. How do they walk? How do they speak? What do they believe about life? What emotions fill their mornings? Start living that way now, because vibration precedes visibility. Say softly, I think as my higher self thinks. I feel as my abundant self feels. I live as my divine self lives. Beloved, identity is the root of all manifestation. Thoughts are the branches, emotions are the flowers. But identity is the soil that holds it all together. If you change your thoughts but not your identity, your garden will bloom for a moment, then fade. But when you shift who you believe yourself to be, your blessings grow in all seasons. Say softly, my identity is divine. My nature is abundant. My life is blessed beyond measure. You are not a beggar of blessings. You are the embodiment of answered prayer. You are not trying to attract. You are the attraction. You are not hoping for favor. You are favor in form. Say softly, I am the vibration of everything I desire. I am the proof that divine law works. I am manifestation made visible. Beloved, the shift is subtle but sacred. You move from I want, from know to I know, from one day to this day. And when you live like that, time bends, opportunities appear, and miracles recognize your energy as home. The identity of your higher self has no fear of delay, no doubt about worthiness, no scarcity in supply. That version of you walks in peace because it already knows the word, I am, is the name of God in action. Say softly, I am peace in motion. I am divine supply in form. I am creation expressing itself. Beloved, when you fully embody your divine identity, you live differently. You stop apologizing for your light. You stop minimizing your gifts. You stop settling for less than divine order. Because you finally understand, you are not separate from the source. You are the source expressing through form. Say softly, I am not apart from the divine. I am the divine appearing as me. And in that realization, everything changes. Your vibration rises, your confidence deepens, and your manifestations come not as surprises, but as natural results. Beloved, identity is the final doorway to mastery. Once you become the energy of what you seek, you no longer seek, you simply attract. You no longer visualize to get, you visualize to remember. Because your divine self already holds it. Say softly, I am whole. I am fulfilled now. You are no longer asking the universe to deliver. You are allowing the universe to reveal. For your higher self has already spoken the word, and now your physical self is catching up to the vibration. Beloved, identity is destiny. Choose to be the manifestation. Choose to walk as the answered prayer. Choose to live as the one who already knows the law works. Say softly, one final decree. I no longer chase what is mine. I align with who I am. I am the manifested version of my highest self. I am the living proof of divine power. I am a manifesting powerhouse, under grace and in perfect timing. And so it is. Beloved, you have spoken the word. You have remembered the truth. You have awakened the divine within you. Now say these words not as hope, but as law. Breathe deeply and repeat after the universe itself. I am the creator of my reality. I am the power that manifests worlds. Everything I speak becomes. You were not learning to manifest. You were born manifesting. Every thought, every emotion, every word has been creating all along. Now you are conscious. Now you choose to create on purpose, not by default. Say softly, I think with clarity. I feel with faith. I speak with divine authority. The power within you is not new. It is ancient, eternal, and perfect. It is the same power that spins galaxies. And now it flows through you. Without effort, without end. The power of God within me is unlimited. I am aligned with divine intelligence. I am guided by grace in all things. You no longer chase miracles. You command them. You no longer beg for blessings. You attract them. You no longer question your worth. You embody it. I am worthy of every good thing. I am chosen for divine success. I am surrounded by infinite abundance. Let these words sink into your soul. You are no longer separate from the source. You are the source expressing as you. Your every breath is divine creation in motion. I am light made visible. I am energy in form. I am the voice of divine law. Every section you've heard has been preparing you for this realization that the manifesting powerhouse is not something outside you. It is you, the thinker, the feeler, the speaker, the believer, the one who knows that heaven is not far away, it's within. Heaven lives in me. Faith flows through me. Miracles surround me. Beloved, the time of waiting is over. The time of becoming has ended. You are now being. The identity of power, the embodiment of abundance, the vessel of grace. I am already living in my answered prayer. Everything I have asked for is already mine. Everything I desire unfolds under grace and in perfect timing. You have aligned your words with your emotions, your vision with your vibration, your identity with your destiny. You are whole. You are powerful. You are the divine made visible. I am calm in creation. I am confident in divine order. I am magnetic through faith. Now say this last decree as the seal of your manifestation. I am a manifesting powerhouse. I create with love. I receive with grace. I live in divine flow. All things work together for my highest good. Under grace and in perfect timing. A pause. Breathe. Let that truth move through you. You are the prayer. You are the proof. You are the manifestation. And so it is.